1999.
As hard as anybody else sitting there watching.
Where are you going to sit? Which way will you go?
Who's leading your road? Okay, good. I'm going to record it.
They had a drought, and they were losing their livestock, all their crops, their vegetables. They couldn't raise anything to eat, and they started praying for the intercession of St. Joseph. And on St. Joseph's Day, a ship arrived with food on it. And so they said the only way they could thank him was by putting food on an altar and offering it up to him. The rosary has come down through generations. We've got the Italian and also the English part of it, but the Italian, little bitty kids, 3 to 4 years old, will learn it in Italian, and they're about like me. I couldn't understand a word of it, but I sang it. I thought it was pretty. Are there any questions? Oh, now this altar here, I'll tell you, it's a little bit different from those that have them in a house. The reason you see so many breads up there is because we feel like this altar belongs to anyone that has prayed to any of the saints for intercession, that this was their way of paying it back. So they get a bread to put on the altar and they pay for it. We have not tried to make any money off of this. I feel like St. Joseph has been good enough to all of us, and we don't need to commercialize him. But the way it started, they had some St. Joseph altars in the Golden Years, which is our older group. I was walking around and I could hear a lot of these old people said they hadn't seen an altar and they didn't know when. For one thing, if they went, they had to park a long ways from it and they couldn't walk that far. And some of them were afraid of falling in the yard. Then they couldn't get in the house. And so right away I called up the baker and had him to make 3 breads. And I pushed a table up here across the wall and we put a stack there. I had my 3 tiers. And we put those 3 breads up there. Mary Lena Marino helped me with the decorated fig things. We got those on there. So we had a little altar here with 3 breads. And those people just enjoyed it so much. So the next year, there were 2 more people that wanted breads on the altar. So this has been growing and growing. But what we tell them, we don't take but one day. All the food that you see up there has been brought by people. We say, bring enough, bring food. So actually, we feel like the altar belongs to everybody. So that way everybody's got a hand in it. The round loaves of bread represent the crown of thorns that Jesus had on his head. The budiga, or the breadcrumbs, that represents the sawdust from St. Joseph's workbench. The pignolati, they represent the pine cones that Jesus used to play with. So it's a spiritual thing, and I'm just glad to see it because they're little by little, they're beginning to disappear, which is bad. But anyway, thank God that when it got to go as long as I did, and then Teresa, God love her. I tell you what, she needs to really be smiled on, has taken over, but she's done a wonderful job. So just give Teresa a hand. We can get started with the rosary now.
When I was a kid, we used to go to altars from house to house for the rosary every night, and then we'd go from one house into the other house, and then I ate for steak till I was about 18 years old. We used to have it at my house about a year, and keep on with the tradition. That's good.
Okay, we're ready.
Okay, it's a tradition that's been wonderful. I hope it continue. Thank you.
I'm part of it. Is that doing good?
Can you tell you about the fish?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, they always have a fish on the altar, and usually I have someone catch a bass for me. But I take him and leave the head on. I decorate him up with an apple in his mouth, and I put fruit around him, like lemons and oranges and tomatoes. And then it's put on the altar and blessed and then served out later. Today I used just fillets, the catfish fillet. And I used 3 of them, and I had a plate that was like a fish. And I decorated with, I had lemons, I had oranges, and I had tomatoes on it, and parsley. That's just part of the tradition of having no meat. We always had a fish on the altar. So that was why we had a fish today.
Okay, it's on.
This is Mr. Conti, and I made 3 St. Joseph tables, and we had a real good turnout, and may God bless St. Joseph and everybody.
Okay, will you start over, please?
Catherine Casino and my mother, Joanne, and father, Joe Lombardo from High Bank. They give us St. Joseph altar, and I was a little girl. And I'd always run behind the altar and get all my goodies. And of course, it was in our house. So it was very convenient. My mother watched it pretty close. But it was an enjoyable thing, and it got the community together, and everyone come over. And my mother and daddy's house was a place where people would come over every Sunday. And in the summer, we got to turn the ice cream maker and make ice cream for everybody. And that was a lot of fun. And back then, you didn't get ice cream cones. You just put it in a cup and ate it. So we enjoyed that. But we have some enjoyable memories from High Bank, Texas. Thank you.
My name is Tony Falco Drysdale, and I grew up in High Bank. And my mother had a St. Joseph altar in my grandfather's house. And what year was that?
Jack Falco, about
1958.
About 1958, I was a little girl, I remember it. Aunt Josie worked on it. Some of the same people you see here today worked on that altar. Your mother in particular. Your mother too.
Joanne Lombardo.
Yes.
Yes.
All worked on that.
We have
And it was-
lived across from each
That's
other.
right.
So.
And I can remember, in fact, there's pictures of me standing like this, just looking up at what looked like an incredibly tall altar to me at that particular time. It's wonderful. It's just, we don't want this to go away, but I want you to talk to my mother. She's got some good stories. What's your name?
Rosalie Patronella. I used to be a Quran. Lived out in Steel Store where we had altars just on every corner, you might say. And I was a saint. I was the Blessed Mother for 7 years at Mr. and Ms. John Petropia's altar. And I could just see myself this morning when I started with them with the rosary in my little white patent leather shoes, brand new that I'd gotten, and my little new dress to play the Blessed Mother every year for 7 years. And I thank God that I was able to.
Okay, go. Do what?
What were they? They're little, like little dolls made with boiled eggs.
Don't know. Banksy made them.
And Banksy from Marlin made them.
And they're up on the altar of made with the egg, painted egg shells out. And Betsy and Francis and Josie from Marlin came and made those.
They want stories that you have from
Okay, you're on.
I have to tell, honey, it ain't going to be too good.
Go ahead and tell us.
That's going to be in the movies now.
They're going to tell about your St. Joseph altar you had in Eloise.
Okay, you're not rolling, are you?
About
We made an altar, our farm, and Eloise is missing
in High Bank, Texas.
around the High Bank area. And Don Salvador and I did it together, and Josie got a little bit of Pinocchio growing. I need to
And your name, what are your
My
names?
name is Barry. My husband passed away February the 1st, 1996. So the year that we made the altar, we had a lot of fun. What's most memorable about that? We had a wonderful lady. We were very, very hard worker. Her name was Annie May. And she would be there every morning, the very first one to come to help us. The day we made the cakes, we set one day aside about 3 days before St. Joseph's and she came over that morning, and she brought this wonderful recipe that she got out of the Hill Park cooking. And we made 12 cakes, 12 three-layer cakes in one day. And the next day, she brought this recipe, and we made a wash pan full of this icing.
Goodness, that was so awesome.
And we decorated every one of those cakes. We had different variations. We had where you could put lemon in it, or you could put chocolate chips, or you could put cocoa in it. Anyway, we had a wonderful time. We just made one ice, and we decorated all 12 cakes. And Donna Salvador was the one who fixed it all. She climbed the ladder, got on the board, the 3 steps, and helped fix the altar. And the day that on St. Joseph Day, it rained. You would not believe. We had to have the National Guard out to direct training. So that give me a few of those. Thank you.
Well, okay, we start over. I'm sorry, ma'am.
We want your young generation of the Italian, born American, to keep this tradition on and on forever. Because this is where our people came to this country to survive hardship and starvation. And this is a saint that is our most gracious patron saint. I'm Katie.
I just wanted to share a little bit about the times that my grandma Palisona had St. Joseph's altar. altars. She had about 3 of them as a child that I remembered, and I was so honored that I got to sit at St. Joseph's altar a time or two, and I really remember the wonderful feeling sitting there at the table, being in the presence of St. Joseph and all the angels and saints, and especially in the presence of God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit. And I'm just so thankful for those moments as a child. Thanks a lot.
I had altars, St. Joseph altars in my home for several years. And I guess the last year I had them is when they began to give them in the church, which is nice also, but I still like the old-fashioned St. Joseph altar that was held in the home. Usually it was for, we gave it in prayer or something. In other words, we thought my daughter was ill, and so we were praying for her to be okay, and so we promised an altar that if God would heal her and if she would be okay, that we would give him an altar for 3 years and feed the poor with our altar, which we did. And also each of those 3 years we gave us a second altar at St. Mary's Seminary in Houston. So I think it was beautiful when it was in the home. It's sort of more commercialized in the church now, but it's still nice.
Tell used to live here too.
And I'm from Bryan, Texas, and my name is Roselle Lazaron Masaki.
And I'm from Hearn and Bryan, Texas. I used to be. I live in Houston, and my name is Frank Lazaron. Her uncle.
Right now.
She's my dad's daughter. I mean my brother's daughter, pardon me.
My dad's boy.
My brother's daughter.
That would have made me his sister, right?
Yeah.
His niece.
Your grandma, my grandma or something.
And we have a restaurant in Houston, and the name of it is Vinny's Italian Cafe. Come to see us, okay? Thank you.
Hi, well, I'm Angela Vincenti, and I'm from New York, but I've been here over 40 years. And yes, and I love College Station, and I love this Bryan and the altar.
And all the people.
They're so friendly. I want to move up here. I wish I could live here because I don't like Houston. So I hope to come back. Another thing, I have 4 children, 10 grandchildren, and they want me to be a Texan, you know, and I don't want to. But since I come to Bryan, I like it so much.
You love
I'm
Texas.
changing my mind. Right. I want to come live here.
Different people altogether.
Yes, because I met all the good Italians.
Hi, I'm Roselle Lazaron Masaki. I met you just a moment ago. Also, I have a 23-year-old single son. I have 2 married daughters, but a single son who's looking for a good girl. And so if there's any good girls out there, you know, right, Houston, Vinny's Italian Cafe, Bel Air, Texas, and put in an application. He's looking for someone, okay? Okay. Tony!
Kind of caught me off guard.
Let's see, Kobe was about 8. Let's see, Paul had surgery. When did you have Did you have
We had an altar in 1956. And Thanksgiving that our son made it through 2 heart operations. And it's been a blessing that we continue to pray to St. Joseph. Thank him for the blessing that he has asked from his mother. And through Jesus and Mary. That's about all, baby. I think that's Josephine, Jerome, Pastor